I have, well, I didn't know I was going to see my good friend Tekhiyah Joseph in the studio with me this morning. So welcome, Tekhiyah. I have not seen you for years. My black Hebrew Israelite sister from another mother.
Right.
Yes, no, so nice to see you. So what brings you home from Kenya? Because I know you don't live here.
No,
You live in that beautiful African continent.
yes, yes.
And
I live in
I
East
see-
Africa. Yeah, so really this is the reason I'm here on the show is to let you know about
Hold it up so we
my,
can see
my,
it.
my book.
Okay, you finally did it.
I finally did it. You know, it really was something that was created here,
That's right.
but it didn't come to its completion until maybe the end of last year, even though had versions, you know.
And I've tasted some of those
Yeah,
versions.
right.
I remember the experiments.
Right.
Yes.
And we were neighbours, weren't we?
That's
So-
right. I remember them very well.
Right. And
So tell me about the book. You're celebrating the Year of the Vegan.
Yes.
It's 20th June.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
gonna be
doing a
something
launch.
at National Library.
Yes, I'm doing a launch of the book at the National Library. They graciously allowed me to use there, which makes sense really. And so with the launch of the book, I'm celebrating the Year of the Vegan because at the turn of the year, there are many media outlets were saying that vegan has gone mainstream, you know. And so I think the major increase in vegan products now available in most supermarkets, not in restaurants yet, but I'm hoping to influence more restaurants to
More and more.
to have vegan options. And you know, some of the media was really saying that the millennials,
Yes.
they're causing a curve in
That's
their
right.
interest because there's more vegans and vegetarian millennials than ever, you know, than
ever
previous
before,
years,
yeah.
yes. And so that in itself increases the number of vegans all over the world, and so it makes it mainstream. You know, so
Alright.
it's not like we're not just a small number of strange, you know, people or whatever, you know, because people really still don't understand it. So really, the book is about raising awareness. It's about those who have the inkling that they want to make changes,
try, yes.
whether it's for health reasons or ecological reasons, spiritual reasons. You know, this guide really helps you to take the guesswork out of it because it has meal plans, it has meal suggestions, it has, you know, different sections so that you can choose from different food groups. It shows you how to combine them together.
Yes.
And it has lots of health tips and, you know, introductions to why to eat this way and things you need.
I love it already because
yeah.
it's so comprehensive.
Yes.
And just to put it in context, because I know you became a vegan specifically for a reasoning, right? Because for your health.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
just give us a synopsis of and by the way, she's also graphic designer, computer, IT. What else do you do, by
It
the way?
was a long list, but
It's a long list of things that Tekhiyah Joseph does, right? However, what brought you to becoming a full vegan? Because I know you don't eat any meat.
Right.
You don't drink milk.
And I remember those conversations we used to have
eggs,
because we worked
no
together also,
cheese.
didn't we?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it really was a spiritual calling for me. I just used to hear this voice saying, you need to go vegan, you need to go vegan. And I had no idea really what it was. And it went on for a long while. And so gradually I just started easing certain foods out. And I noticed that as I eased those things out, certain digestive issues I had lessened,
Yes,
you know.
yeah.
And so, and then the added benefit that you lose weight, and people would like say, what are you doing? You look different, you know. And then I'm like, oh, I've changed my diet, you know. And
Do you dye your hair?
no.
Amazing. Amazing. You look the same as 20 years ago. Imagine that. So,
Wow.
folks, go vegan.
Right. It
Definitely. So, as
definitely-
you continued on your journey.
Yes, and I think, you know, there's certain supplements you add that really help to keep that longevity, you know. They helps to keep you youthful, I mean to say. You know, there's enzymes in food that as you get older, it's better to eat more raw foods because that's the only way we replenish enzymes, you know, is from the raw food. So There's certain things you add to your nutrition that as you keep them going, it keeps you more youthful and it stops you from going grey, or, you know, like adding wheatgrass juice. It's a supplement, but it turns your hair back black, you know.
Amazing.
So there's certain things when you use them, because of the level of nutrients in your system, they're not being leached or you're not deficient, and so, you know, it just helps keep you healthy.
I love it. So things like blackstrap molasses,
Yes, yes.
Real apple
Yes.
cider vinegar with the mother,
With the mother,
still in it,
yes.
that cloudy stuff that people
Right,
don't
this
like
fermented,
to see,
yeah,
the
this
fermented, the
fermented
real
foods,
stuff,
all of
the
that.
fermented foods.
Sesame, using seeds, leafy greens, you know, using an abundance of a variety of vegetables is really, really important. You know?
Instead of boiling your beets, grate them.
Right, or if they're organic, then you don't even have to peel them. You just cut the tops off, clean them real good, and you don't have to peel them because a lot of the nutrients in a lot of vegetables are right under the skin. But if they're chemically, you know, if they've been grown using chemicals, then you might need to peel your cucumbers, your apples, and things like that before you use them.
Okay, that's a little challenging though, Tekhiyah, because how do we know that our food is not genetically modified? How do we know,
Right.
you know, what to look for, unless we grow it ourselves?
Unless you grow it ourselves. And I really behoove people to start a garden. I really do.
Okay.
That's one of my big tips, because that's what, you know, that's what I do in Kenya now. I have a garden. I even sell organic vegetables to other people, you know. And then through workshops, I show people how to use the vegetables that they grow, how to increase the amount of vegetables in their diet, because that's where you get the fiber, that's where you get the vitamins, the minerals that your body needs. It's from all the colorful foods. So if your plate is too brown, then add some color. Add some,
you need that green and that orange.
Yeah, you need all the colors on your plate. It needs to be a rainbow on your plate to know you're eating healthily.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I know you went to Israel.
Yes.
And you lived with a grouping of people. Did they help to strengthen your path?
Absolutely. And it was, I believe it's one of the only, well, definitely the only black vegan community, you know, that has that number of people. It's over 3,000 people that are totally vegan. So it puts Israel almost at the first nation that will become vegan, be a vegan nation, because the communities have the influence all over Israel. So you can get vegan options in almost every restaurant there. So that's had a big influence.
I love it.
There, yes,
and
definitely.
they're very African.
Yes. Very
I've been
Afrocentric.
following you guys for decades, and I've noticed
right.
that you're very Afrocentric.
Yeah, very Afrocentric.
With your
very
natural
connected
hair,
to nature.
Very connected, yes.
Yes, keeping it natural and connected to the Mother Earth and keeping those natural cycles going. That's what's really important, you know, for cycles and seasons and set times. Being in tune with those is really important for health. Yeah.
For the humans.
Yeah.
What about the animals?
But exactly, but you'll find that in the animal kingdom, they're in tune with the cycles of the earth, because even if a tsunami hits, they head for the hills long before we even realize anything's happening.
Right.
So they already know. They're in tune. They're totally in tune. It's us that, you know, we've been taken off track and are not so in tune.
As the doctor said before, we're the disruptors.
Right. And so I've come to help bring back that peace, because when you eat a peaceful diet, a non-violent diet like this, then it helps you be more peaceful. It helps you think more clearly.
I love the way you put that. When you eat a non-violent diet.
Yeah, it helps you be more.
We don't really think about meat like that.
Exactly.
But when you really think about it,
yeah.
There's a process in the back
There's
there
a
that's
process,
a little shady.
Right.
But the meat tastes so good.
But you know, the amazing thing, like me and my brother, we took my father out for Father's Day, for a Father's Day lunch. And so when I got there, they had a lovely buffet, and then I told them, oh, I'm vegan. So they were like, oops.
What's this going to be about?
We only have salad and some vegetables that are cooked with olive oil. Everything else has butter or
face dropped one
meat.
time.
No, because I've been doing this 23 years. Yeah. So, you know, so I was saying, just ask questions. Yeah. I just asked questions. Do you have this? Or can you do this for me? Or that for me? And they're like, oh, yeah, we can do that. So when I went to get my salad, you know, as my starter, the lady said, wow, you know, you don't miss eating all of this? And I said, everything here, I can make a vegan version. There's
And
nothing, yeah.
All in your book.
Right. Everything right here, I can make the vegan mac and cheese, because we make our own cheeses, you know. I can make the, using mock meats, gluten, whether you also call it seitan or tofu, whatever. You can make different meat substitutes. There's nothing here that I cannot make vegan.
So let's hold the book up again, and let's also see the flyer, because this is, if you really want to really get into celebrating 2019 Year of the Vegan, 5 p.m. on Thursday, 20th June, that's coming up. Today's Tuesday, so wrap your head around it. Thursday, and go and listen to Tekhiyah Joseph, a wealth of experience and information. Healing Tea's Go Vegan Guide in the Tekhiyah way. I love that. Thank you so much for giving us that knowledge this morning, Tekhiyah. And it's really lovely to see you. You really blessed my morning this morning. We'll be right back after these messages.
My name is Tekhiyah, and I'm here in Antigua to launch my new book, Healing Tea's Go Vegan Guide. Come with me. Let me take you on my vegan journey. I chose Antigua to be the first place to launch my book because my vegan journey began here. I went through a transformation right here in Antigua, so not on a personal level and in terms of teaching other people how to make that transition to a vegan diet. So it only made sense as my journey continued and the book coming out, it made sense that I brought it back here to mark that journey from the beginning, and as a place to help other people to also embark on the journey with me again. Prior to becoming vegan, I had a few health challenges, particularly digestive issues. Certain foods really just used to irritate my system, and as I started to take notice of what was triggering these issues, I started to eliminate them. They got less and less. The more plant-based foods I used, the better my digestive system became. I was inspired by people that I met who had similar journeys to me in that they didn't know how to get started. And so I was inspired to write it, again, like a small voice told me that I had a book to write, and it was a cookbook. And so putting obviously the two things together, being able to help the people who want to transition because of health challenges and really don't know where to start, and with my knowledge of plant-based eating for all these years, it just seemed a natural progression.